I'm Pablo. I'm currently coursing the third year of high school, and I'm going to talk about the Cold War. The Cold War was a political, social, economic, and scientific conflict that happened between the years 1945 and 1947. The powers that fought this war were the Eastern Bloc, that was the Soviet Union and its satellite states, and the Western Bloc, compounded by the United States and its allies. None of the two blocs ever attacked the other one directly. That's why the conflict received the name Cold War. The main reason the conflict started was because the Eastern Bloc, led by the Soviet Union, provided economic help to some countries that had socialist ideology, and the Western Bloc, mainly United States, was against socialism, and they supported some Latin American revolution and coups, which was something the Soviet Union was against. During that time, the United States had an economic system called capitalism, which consists in private or corporate ownership of capital goods by investments that are determined by private decision and by prices, production, and the distribution of goods that are determined mainly by competition in a free market. Capitalism was originally proposed by Adam Smith. During the same time, the Soviet Union, officially the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, was a socialist federation, which means that it was against capitalism. But let's define socialism. Socialism is an economic system where everyone in the society equally owns the factors of production. The ownership is acquired through the democratically elected government. It could also be a cooperative or a public corporation where everyone owns shares. The four factors of production are labor, entrepreneurship, capital goods, and natural resources. Socialist ideas were first introduced by two men, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Good evening, Israel. Let's jump into the questions. What countries were the world leaders during this period?
United States and Soviet Union,
Why did the countries who were allies during the wars became enemies afterwards?
because their economy system was different.
Where did the Cold War take place?
In Vietnam, even though there wasn't a war declaration to another country, that's the place where the war physically manifested.
What opinion did the general public have during the Cold War?
Many people felt scared because of increasing weapon power during that time.
What type of weapons did the two world powers have at their disposal?
Powerful submarines such as the USS George Washington, AK-47, F-4 Phantom, a fighter bomber airplane, and the Chieftain battle tank.
Thank you. In my opinion, the Cold War was an unnecessary conflict between the two world leaders during that time. They not only made the whole world population feel scared because of their weapon capability, but they also encouraged violence in other countries. The conflict wasn't necessary at all because they were only expressing their ideas or their new economic system, and the countries might apply tolerance too. If the Soviet Union was against the capitalism, they should leave the United States apply capitalism in their own country because it wasn't something that will affect the Soviet Union directly. So respect is a value that every country and every citizen must apply in order to avoid war.